Hello. I'm going to do a quick book review of Dean Koontz's Dark Rivers of the Heart. Now, this took me a while to read. This is over 550 pages long. There he is on the back. And it's one of his... A lot of his books don't have a description. It has, like... There's nothing on the inside back, on the back, or on the inside. There's nothing that to tell you what the book is about. So that actually, I thought that was kind of good. So, to just dive into it, not knowing what it's about. And it started off good, like a lot of other Koontz books. He typically starts out with a guy who's kind of lost, alone, has a troubled past, and he has a dog too, like a lot of his other books. But that's par for the course for Koontz a lot of times. And he is a good writer, but halfway through the book, I just still didn't know really what the main story was. But it's just about this guy, Spencer Grant, who meets this girl at a bar, like one of the servers, and he just falls for her immediately, and then he just feels he has to protect her. So he finds out where she lives, goes there. She's not there, but like a SWAT team busts in while he's there, and he barely escapes. So he's got to find out who she is and protect her. That's basically what it's about. I mean, there's some good characters. The bad guy is another. He works for the government, some black organization, and he's like a serial killer too. But he's killing people, to put them out of their misery, because there's so many miserable people on Earth. He wants to help people. That was okay. You don't get to meet the girl finally till like maybe more than halfway through the book. I can't remember, but it took a long time. And like I said, there's some other good characters. There's like I think he's a Vietnamese guy. He's the owner of the bar that girl is working at, and Spencer goes to talk to him to find out about her. And you get his story, and I want to read his book. It seemed way more interesting than Spencer did, but he's only in it for that part. And then it's like, it's not horror, it's not action, it's more like one of those, they call them like techno thrillers, because there's a lot of computer stuff, which, I think this is written, let me check, like 1989, maybe even, oh no, 94. But I mean, he relies a lot on computer stuff, which probably would have worked better today, but because they do some pretty amazing stuff with computers. I mean, 94, I really don't remember. Computers were just still kind of becoming known, I mean, not the way they are now. But overall, I just was trying to get through it at the end, because it was just going on, and then they introduced another character, like a side character, and something bad happens to him, and then they go through like his story when the book's almost over, and I didn't really care. I was just wondering why they're taking so much time on this other character and his plight, when we don't even really know what's gonna be resolved with Spencer and Ellie. And like the last 200 pages, I just lost interest, but I just had to finish it. And I don't know why it had to be over 500 pages. It could have been done in, like half of that. But Koontz, he's a good writer. Actually, it says author of Icebound. That was a really good book. And that was more like an adventure action story. No, not horror. There was a lot of suspense. That one was really good. And actually, right next to Winter Moon, that one I didn't like either. Actually, I didn't like that one. That was one where I almost stopped reading Koontz. But Dark Rivers of the Heart, it's not horror, it's just, it was okay. But I'm kind of still glad I read it, just to, because this is one of his older books. He's written so much more. So many new books that don't seem interesting at all. His stuff from the 80s A lot of it's really good. I'm gonna start reading Midnight, and I read that a long time ago when it first came out. Now, I remember that one was being really good, and I read the beginning. The beginning was really good. Koontz is just like hit or miss sometimes. I mean, he could be really good, he could be bad, or he could just be middle of the road. But if you see this, if you haven't read this and you read Koontz, I would skip it. Unless you just have to read all of his books. And it took me months to read this just because I didn't want to go back to it. I'd just be reading comics. So that's it for. And there's another serial killer in it, but really not much gore or killings or anything too gruesome. Towards the end, a little bit, but okay, that's it. I'll see you later. Bye.